Happy Wednesday morning to you, Crosspoint. It's good to be with you as always, and the weather is a little on the chilly side. We've had some really lovely snow coming the last couple of days. It's very, very pretty. Probably the last Arctic blast before we settle in for a nice wet spring. So, anywho, you may notice my surroundings are a little different. I'm going to shoot off to the side just a little bit here. We are at Martha's house. So I was here last summer and I actually interviewed Rob and we talked about Martha's house. Martha's house is it's a place where I think the kind of the vision statement behind it is to minister to those who are in ministry. And so it's a place to have retreats, to get away, to really hear from God, to seek his face. So we're down here, me, myself, Bruce, and Zach. But we're actually going to kick it over to them in just a little bit. But before we do, I want to just mention a couple of things. So we are in the process in our Sunday morning rhythms. We are casting vision. We're rolling out some new language and messaging. And so we're going to take, last Sunday was the first one, and then we'll take 2 more Sundays to kind of unpack a little bit our vision statement and where we're headed and what we're trying to accomplish. And so we talked about worship last Sunday. We'll be talking about the second word this coming Sunday, equip, which is going to be all about discipleship and pouring into one another and building each other up and training and us being a training center really for Christians to live in the 21st century. So that'll be this coming Sunday, but I want to just ping back. So this past Sunday, we kind of open it up to hear from Jesus as to how we worship. And worship is not something that merely happens on a Sunday morning, like it's happening throughout the week. But we dialed in on 3 aspects of it. One was how I worship with Jesus, my time with him one-on-one. And then there's the corporate worship where we gather together as a community to worship God. We're actually commanded to do that. But then the third aspect that we kind of dialed in on a little bit, didn't unpack too much, was the idea of kind of each family being a worship center in their specific home and exercising and engaging in worship at the family level. So I just want to ping back on that. I want to keep that in front of you because if you heard from Jesus and you're moving on that, great. What we want is plans and rhythms set up that are regular and consistent. But of course, salvation is never found in a discipline or a rhythm. It's found in Jesus. But those rhythms and disciplines help us to access him. So, all right, so back here to Martha's house. So I'm going to ask the guys, we'll start with Bruce. I'm just going to swing over here. Bruce, say hi to the church.
Hello to the church.
So, Bruce, talk to us a little bit about what are you trying to accomplish in this retreat? Unpack that a little bit just from Lyman's perspective.
For me, when I started a ministry, I remember a pastor that said, try to carve out so much time by yourself on a quarterly basis, on a monthly basis. And I had that all right in my day timer, and I just never have done that. And it is really good to take, even if it's 24 hours or an afternoon in a different setting, to be able to be quiet, to be able to read the word and just look around, see God's creation. For me, that really quiets my heart, quiets my spirit. And that's what I'm looking forward to in this brief 24-hour time in a different place. Things, we get so trapped up in way things look and it's all the same. When you mentioned our place would be a sacred place, that's really got me thinking about the place that I spend with God. And this is kind of a neat place to be able to reflect on that a little bit over here.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to swing over here to Zach. And Zach, what are you expecting from this retreat? Say hi to the peeps there.
Hello,
and
Crosspoint.
Yeah, unpack it for us.
So I'm looking forward to using this this time as an opportunity to get alone with God and have just peace and quiet. Do some devotional time with God and vision cast, no interruptions. Put my phone on airplane mode and just pray, meditate. All these things that bring me closer to God and keep our minds directly on God and what He has for us in ministry and in our lives. So
very good, awesome. Thanks, guys. So I don't think this is something just for people in ministry. I think it's something, it's almost like, am I allowed to pull away and get quiet with God on like a monthly rhythm basis? And the answer is yeah, and it's actually good to do so. Helps to clear the head. I find things get a little more clear when I get away from my normal rhythms and I retreat with Jesus. And this is like, I'm thinking like a monthly rhythm. So at any rate, that's kind of what's going on. And big shout out to Rob and Pat Davis. Thank you guys so much for what you've done and your vision here for Martha's House and how you're connecting with the saints and ministering to the saints. So love you, Crosspoint. I'm going to pronounce a blessing over you. Okay, Numbers 6, the Aaronic blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen. We'll see you Sunday. Bye.